And we are live. Hellos, everybody. Hope you're having a great day. And wow, do we have a show for you? I am JP, and my friends call me Jeeps. Ooh, so what are we going to start off with? Obviously, Foundation season finale. Last night I watched it, and wow, phenomenal. That's all I can say about it is phenomenal. Throughout the past couple of months, I've been talking with some people online, and sometimes we aborde certain subjects, especially now that AI is such a big part of everybody's lives. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, then just look at the ads on your phone. Your phone's always listening, AI is always listening in, and finding some keywords, key searches to promote whatever products corresponds to your searches and your words. That's all done by AI. And where are we going with AI? And even in a couple of previous shows, I've mentioned that I'm wondering if AI will outlive humanity, if we should not at times have AI in charge and distributing the wealth of the planet to each and everyone individually. Obviously, the rich people are not going to agree with that. But it's still an interesting concept. And could it be done adequately? Could it be done in a way that is just to everyone? And yesterday, Foundation actually pretty much approached the subject because the Emperor is split off into three clones, a younger one, an older one, and a middle-aged one. And obviously the ruler is the middle-aged one. And their combined life experiences shows them how to deal with everything going on in the realm. And it's a very interesting subject to talk and debate. Obviously, I really enjoyed those discussions. And having their memories transplanted from one to another clone. Let's say something happens today, well, he has another clone, and his memories up to the last, I don't know, I think it's like 30 seconds, can be uploaded to his new host. So it's kind of really interesting to see how all of this goes. But in the past couple of episodes, we are learning that there are some memories missing from these emperors and wondering what does that mean. And they do have a servant, the last AI, where in one point in time, AI grew conscience and attacked an emperor, assassinating him, which brought on a war between robots and robots and robots and humans. And apparently, and I do say apparently, the humans won. And yet, the servant of the emperor is an android. If they were all destroyed and banned throughout the galaxy, why is there still one, and why is it serving emperor? Well, last night we got a glimpse into one of the possibilities of the reason for that being. Last night's title was The Last Empress. Hmm. So I really enjoyed the show. I was afraid, I was really afraid that the season would finish with so many questions. And yes, there's still a lot of cliffhangers going on, but the season overall arc and storylines and what's going on really works. And they were able to approach every single one of these subjects, and the story is moving along nicely. I thought initially that there would be some stories that we wouldn't be able to get to, and we will have to find out in the next season just because there was a lack of time. But no, they approached it yesterday in a meaningful way. And I just have to say kudos to Apple, kudos to the show writers, kudos to the directors and all that. I will be right back. My cats are fighting. Hey, you guys. No fighting. My apologies. Yes, I did mention that I would not let the cats out while I do these daily talk shows. Darn it. They are really getting me going here. Okay. So, let's get back to, again, my apologies. So, foundation. Yeah, it kind of breaks the topic, and man, I'm so sorry about that. Now, as I was saying, they managed to fulfill the story obligation to the viewer in a sense that we are not, yes, we are left with very many cliffhangers, seeing where all of these characters will be heading in the next season. I cannot wait for the next season. It's such a good show. The way that they approach these subjects, the way that we discover all of these unknowns, it shows that there was some really good writing behind all of this stuff. I am so happy I discovered this show, and I am relieved to know that there is such a show out there that is sci-fi, that is relevant, that is not just special effects in space. I had such a fun time watching the show yesterday. I enjoyed it, and I'm like, my eyes were open, wide open. A few of these, I'm not gonna get into spoilers and all of that stuff in this show, other than what I've already said. But this show really, really struck a vibe with me, and I'm just so happy. It's such a good show. I don't know how. If you're not watching the show, I don't know what I can say to convince you to watch it. Especially now that the season has run its course, you can binge watch it one after the other and not be stuck like me from one week to the next, waiting on the next episode, the next part of the story, the next part of the puzzle. Where is this going? Where is this leading to? Why are these people doing what they're doing? It all falls into place with great continuity. I loved it. I really, really, really enjoyed it. And I don't know if there's going to be another show that can live up to my expectations of good sci-fi. I mean, last week or a week and a half ago, I was rewatching, some Stargate Atlantis, and I miss those good old days. And a couple of days ago, I started rewatching Battlestar Galactica. I am ready for another Stargate franchise to start up. I am not ready for another Battlestar Galactica. The last series was so well done, and it is still current. It's not showing any signs of date. It's not dated. It's very current still, but it was much more drama heavy. Whereas, Stargate was humorous, entertaining, just silly. Some might even call it cheesy, because by our standards today, I mean, you're faced with deadly opposition that could wipe out humanity, and we have time for a joke. I really loved it. I also love the fact that, on the uniforms they would wear the badge of Canada. There was some Canadians in the show, some good Canadian actors in there. But, even The Expanse, which had a really nice story arc to it, is so different from Foundation. Foundation is more a reflection of society in the sense that it asks the hard questions of where should we go? And unlike, well, I guess I can kind of compare it to Star Wars, where you do have a Senate and a democracy, is it better to have an emperor? And this shows how an empire that was set up with certain key elements to sort of reflect and address the needs of its population. Now, unfortunately, in any, I would say, dynasty, such, there's gonna be rebellions and all kinds of things. And that's kind of what brings certain dilemmas and problems to empire, is that in the past they've dealt this way with certain things, and the decisions of dusk now affects day, and one day will affect dawn. That's how they separate all three emperors: the younger, middle age, and the older one. So obviously, when you put down a revolution, a rebellion, there's going to be some hard feelings, and they are going to want to assassinate the emperor. The emperor can be hurt, can be killed. Possibly, who knows? Because, yeah, he has clones, which he has a transmitter, and all the knowledge and memories can be transferred from one to the other within 30 seconds of whatever is happening. So he does not remember himself dying, which addresses more questions. Like, if you could do that, why not go to the full extent of seeing you die? Why are we removing the memories of the last 30 seconds if we can kind of do it in real time? What is the reason for all of this? And even the AI is going through extreme situations where she puts herself in peril to protect the emperor. But as we saw last night, it turns out that maybe she's more than just a servant of the court. Maybe she has a hidden agenda. Maybe there's a puppet master. Maybe many, many things. So I'm like, oh, I so much love this show. So yeah, last night, phenomenal, phenomenal, phenomenal. Unfortunately, also yesterday, the Wheel of Time is out, and I did not have time to watch both shows. So yes, after uh, this daily show, I need to watch that. I need to do a proper review, as I always do, for the foundation. Maybe do a few shorts. And I guess here is where I will plug an insert. Unfortunately, I kind of have to do it because 2 days ago I got my first 100 subscribers, and I'm like, yay, I'm so happy. And then the next day it went down to 97. Today went down to 93. So for some reason, YouTube is removing my subscribers. So if you are seeing this show, please resubscribe. I would really, really, really appreciate it if you left a like, if you commented on my videos. Let me know what I can do better. Because obviously this is always a work in progress. Yes, some people said a better camera. I rather try to find more stuff to put on camera than just a better camera. I can't afford a better camera. But hopefully I can generate better content that keeps people interested, even if I look fuzzy or flu or whatever you want to call it. hopefully, yeah, the stuff that I'm saying is more interesting than the way I look. I am, you know, not in my prime by any means. But maybe, just maybe, you guys can be interested in what I'm saying. And maybe the shows that you are watching, we can have a discussion about them. And maybe if you have not watched them, you'll watch them and come back and tell me, yes, you really liked it. Or no, you really hated it. And the reasons why you really hate the stuff. I mean, it's okay if you like Ahsoka and all the women power and the gorgeous women on screen and don't care about a story, then by all means say so. It's okay to have a different opinion. It's like lately people don't want to talk about stuff. It's like, oh, you're just a woman hater if you don't like Ahsoka. Or yeah, I'm watching Foundation because a man is in charge. Wow, okay. You can have your opinion on these subjects. I am willing here to talk about those things. I mean, a lot of people don't like the Wheel of Time, and I do. Yes, it's obviously not apparently. I say yes, obviously, but I haven't read the books, so I can't really say for certainty that there's been gender swapping and hidden messages, and yet I still find the show entertaining. There's a story in there somewheres. I am interested in the next show, seeing what these characters go through and how they are going to deal with whatever situation arises. So, yes, maybe it's a travesty in the sense that they took something and uses it to convey a message that is not the author of the story. And yet, somehow, the story from the author is getting through in one way or another, and it is providing me with entertainment. Unlike Ahsoka, which I watched 20 years ago, and her characters being demolished. So, and not even that, but what I'm seeing on screen makes no sense. You have a mission to destroy a spaceship, and no, there's an astronaut with lightsabers. Let's shoot at that. Even though I'm supposed to shoot at the ship, I'm not going to do it and risk. Well, one of the pilots got his X-Wing fighter something torn up by lightsabers. Why run the risk when you can just stay at distance and blow up this ship that you're supposed to blow up? You can deal with the lightsabers after they burn up in the atmosphere, kind of thing. It's like, yes, we have a portable hand grenade, but no, it blows up like a nuke. Well, if that was the case, the Emperor and everybody else would have been easier to get rid of many, 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 many far, far away. And even sometimes you look at the screen and you're like, no, why did not they not hire a stunt person to do this? Because obviously, when you're 50 years old, like myself, you don't have that step in your walk anymore. You don't have that bounce. You don't have that certain something. You're just looking at a 50-year-old woman jumping. Yeah, not interesting. And if you can't afford a stunt actress, maybe do it with CGI. Very, very awkward to look at. I mean, certain things were done better 40 years ago. It's even, I mean, in the cartoons, it's so much better. Look at the maneuvers that Ahsoka did in the Clone Wars, and look at what you're seeing on screen here, and holy Lord. Not only am I not convinced and appreciative of the fact that Ahsoka is mature now and she's no longer who she used to be because she's grown up, which they completely removed everything that made her her. And now when you're seeing the action scenes, not only is the acting and the interactions not her, when we're looking at I mean, she was a great lightsaber she knew how to use her lightsabers, but it's like, I'm too old to do this stuff, so I will force wield the lightsabers to fight for me and do stuff for me. So you're just seeing floating lightsabers because the actress can't even do it and is not doing it convincingly. And it's not Rosario's fault. I love her. She is one of the most facial expressive people out there. And I don't know if it's because of all the makeup they put on her that her face can't move no more. But I truly think that it's the director and the script writers that are doing a poor job. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize. That is my opinion. You may or may not agree with it. And it's okay. Let's just talk about it. And, anyways, that's my show for the day. I appreciate every single one of you viewers out there. I wish I could talk live to more of you. So don't be a stranger. Come in the chat. Say hello. Say what you think. And hopefully, it is Friday. So I will wish you a really good end to the week and hopefully a good start to the weekend. And until the next show, be safe out there. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Whether it is on Twitch, YouTube, come and talk to me in Discord. The links are in my profile. It's easy to find. And I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you again so much.